All right, everybody, another goodie for you guys. Welcome back. Let's talk blades.
Because that's what we're into.
Don't worry, this isn't going to be an ASMR. Although, I can try it again. I mean, some of you guys were like a little orgasmic about that. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's the unsheathing and the sheathing of something. So, I'm so sorry. Let's go ahead and get into it, guys. I have for you the Cold Steel Chaos Stiletto. Unfortunately, this knife slash stiletto, it's tri-edged. It has 3 edges, dudes and dudettes. Interesting. This has been discontinued by Cold Steel. Don't know why, but I'm very glad that I got this when I did. And yes, I did get it. I believe, was it a gift? I believe this might have been gifted to me. Actually, I'm pretty uncertain about that. I think I either purchased this or it was gifted to me. You know what? Now that I think about it, I think it was about to be gifted to me. I turned it down, and then I ended up buying one myself. I don't know. Either way, pretty freaking awesome knife slash stiletto. And yes, this is just one of those kind of things that's cool for the collection, but also very useful in times of need if you really needed to. This is the 8-inch tri-edged 4140 blade steel. And if you look at that, this thing is still oiled. I have not wiped the oil off. A little bit on there. Chaos. And you can see that. 4140, Taiwan, cold steel. This is metal. I'm pretty sure it is solid aluminum. And you have that guard on there. You also got this skull crusher slash beat down spike. And yes, all these edges are sharp. They're not razor sharp, but they come to a point to where if you were to hit something with this, it would cause damage of some kind. And yes, that tip is pretty damn pokey. So, self-defense, yeah. I don't think this is meant for anything else but. And of course, this interesting, very interesting sheath comes to like a triangle. And what I don't find really appealing is how this sheath was attached on. But it looks like it's relatively durable for as long as this plastic is going to last before it breaks or cracks, which I've heard people saying that it will do. And if that's the case, you can still put this anywhere and not have to always have this type of strap if you don't need to. We'll go ahead and get into the specs of this gargantuan beast that I find very, very appealing, and the self-defense squadron of my channel, which I think is about 90%. So we'll go ahead and get into it. So right now, the weight on this thing is not a friendly, but very aggressive 22.37 ounces in sheath. Out of sheath, you are looking at a 19.5 ounces. Good freaking lord. This thing is not just a big, heavy, pokey thing. It is a very hefty paperweight. Thing is super solid in construction because it is cold steel. Nay, No, it's cold steel. I'm not going to try to concur to anything else but that's actually probably about the extent of my nay. Anyways, this is just one of those type of knives with the cool factor and collectability, as well as the use for its self-defense. This is meant mostly for thrusting, because that's what stilettos are built for. But this is more of a type of stiletto that, yeah, there are no tool usage in this unless you're just out there trying to hack at something, which it won't exactly cut because of how wide the blade edge is. But you got 3 edges there, so you can actually use this thing for a lot. In just fighting. Stabbing. Mostly stabbing. Yeah, probably stabbing. So we'll go ahead and get into the length of this bad boy if I can keep it in frame, because I don't really know if I can. So bear with me here. I am sorry. Sorry about that. I like making fun of the way that Canadians say sorry. And if you are Canadian, forgive me. I'm just a weird type of guy. So the blade edge, if you want to call it that stiletto edge, you got a full 8 inches with an overall 13 and 3/4, 13 and 3/4 inches altogether, if that matters to you. If you want to know how thick something is, I'll go ahead and do my best. Right here, you're looking at a 16.1. And on the handle, you are looking at an 18.5. This thing's a beast. It's overbuilt. It's humongous. It's gargantuan. And I can barely keep it in frame. But if you're a guy with big hands, this thing will fit perfectly. For me, my little mitts they're okay. It's all right. If you're able to find one and you would like to buy one, I suggest you do. This is probably the manliest stiletto that I have ever had my hands on and ever come to know. I have seen people stab this through car hoods, and I have seen people stab through actual doors with this. Not the ones with the metal plating, but, just like a regular bedroom door, I guess. So this thing is pretty scary in and of itself. It's meant mostly for piercing, but you can, go down and do little head smashes with the edge there if you deem it necessary. If you're wondering how much this thing is, because it is discontinued, it is really hard for me to gauge the price tag on how much this bad boy would cost now. When I first bought it, it was between $60 and $80. Just to the best of my memory, between 60 and 80. This isn't exactly the type of thing that is it a novelty? It could very well be. It's heavy. It has no practical tool usage in my personal. I don't see using this as a camping tool. I don't see how this would help at all. Maybe you could chop some wood with it. Maybe. I don't know. Stabbing bears? Other than excruciatingly pissing them off to the point where they rip your face off and wear it for their own, I don't see any use in this other than just self-defense in a home setting, I would assume. I see no practical use in this. It's just the cool factor. It's a nice big stiletto. Huge. Here's my other hand. You see how huge that blade is? Right? This thing is not meant for little puny hands. This is meant for big mitts. And this knife is still, is still huge. Especially in my grip, in my hands. Collectability-wise, oh heck yeah. Yeah, you could totally collect that thing if you can find one for the right price and be able to purchase it. Then why not? Otherwise, this is something that you keep on a bookshelf in your house and you only use it when a group of burglars try busting down your door, and you have about 3 kicks in before your thing falls off the latches. You grab this and you defend yourself and your family. If you're beast mode like that. Otherwise, you just get a firearm like anyone else after calling 911 in hopes that you would never have to pull the trigger. But this is just one of those really cool, like, heck yeah, mini rapier, but manly, beefy rapier. Short but stout, and yet still very deadly. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just saying what comes to mind and sounding awful doing it. So, if you like this video, please stab that I can't speak. Excuse me. Stab that subscribe button. Slash that like. And do me a favor, show me some love in the comment section. Let me know if there's anything that I need to know as far as something that I don't know that you know that I should know. Because knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe. Anyways, now that I've lost my sanity, I will see you guys in the next one. Love you all.